How do we as funders help to grow the impact of charitable organizations? This is a question that we as social venture partners ask ourselves very frequently. I'd like to share an idea with you that a model of philanthropy, in this case, venture philanthropy or high engagement philanthropy, can be an intervention in and of itself for this challenge. Social Venture Partners was founded in '97 in Seattle and has now grown to 36 cities around the world. We're all independent, and myself, we're based in Waterloo region. We focus on organizations, not programs specifically. We're a multi-year funder, and we give unrestricted funding. What makes us a little different is that our approach is really capacity development. We will not give checks unless the organization wants to also work with us to develop their capacity. So we work with and beside our charities, we work with them very closely to understand what is holding them back from going to the next level. What are the opportunities ahead of them? What are the roadblocks? And so we're only we're about to wrap up our 4th year, so we're pretty new. But already our early work is showing that this marriage of time plus talent plus money is paying off for both our investees or our grantees and our philanthropists. Our investees are reporting that the money plus talent investment helps them to think differently. We pose a lot of questions to them and challenge them, and it brings up a lot of great conversation. It initiates dialogue within their organization. It allows them to act more rapidly and effectively, and it supports leadership development. Our partners report that because of their involvement in SVP, they're giving more. They are giving more strategically. They are volunteering more in their community outside of their involvement with us. And they are much more aware of community needs and issues, which I think is a huge win. I'm going to share with you 3 lessons that we've learned. Of course, we are learning a whole lot, and I'm going to learn more after this conference, but 3 that I want to share with you. The first is that we can't rush trust. Pending annual renewals, we invest in our organizations for a minimum of 3 years. That first year that we spend with them is a whole lot of trust building. We don't put a lot of pressure on them for results in that first year. One of our fairly new investees is a community association. It's a very diverse and sometimes challenging neighborhood. A reporter once wrote that this neighborhood should be bombed and rebuilt. So you can imagine how that community feels. The outside world hasn't really been kind to them, and they feel it and they know it. A consultant went in there a couple of years ago to help them and proceeded to tell them all the ways that he could fix their neighborhood and fix their organization. So you can imagine how that went over with that community. So we knew the history going in. We take a lot of time to understand that, and so we're taking that whole first year to understand, or to build trust. The second idea that I want to share with you is that we have to invest more time up front. So this is actually one of our biggest challenges. Our investment cycle is 6 months. It's fairly robust, fairly standard letter of interest proposals, due diligence, site visits. But what we're looking for is a partner and not just a grantee, because we spend so much time working with these organizations. They could be seeing us many, many times a month. What we're having trouble with is really getting to the underneath of the application. So how do we understand an organization's culture, their leadership, their board and CEO relationship, their appetite for risk? These are things that are really hard for us to gauge when you're doing that kind of dance initially. It's been one of our main challenges, and one of our investees we have ended it with early. We've exited because we felt ultimately in the end we probably didn't really understand their culture and their leadership as well as we could have. The last idea to leave you with is that it takes a village. You've all heard that it takes a village to raise a child. Well, I also think it takes a village to help grow the impact of an organization. People outside of that organization, we can have a huge impact on where that organization can go. And to help take their work to the next level, I really believe it takes more than money. It takes the support that we can give them. That organization must want the village, however. There are many organizations that don't want that, and they're not the fit for us. But if they want it, if they're open and transparent and ready, then we're ready to work with them. That high engagement model is very time intensive, but it offers them a village of invested and engaged individuals who want to surround that organization with all the guidance and all the tools that can take their work further. we also want to expand that village beyond ourselves. So we want to bring other people to the table. We want to be a champion for that organization. We want to, promote them on social media. We want to do whatever we possibly can to raise their image in the community. And so far, that's working. So far, what we've seen, that's working. And if we're both prepared, both of us, investee and philanthropist, then we feel that that work can really pay off for both of us. Thank you.